Hey, what's going on, guys? The Horror Man back putting a positive spin on Robot Monster. Positive Spin is the series in which Jason from Horrific Nightmares and I watch and discuss hated and low-rated movies. In an effort to contrast all of the negativity, we then tell you what we like about the films. Robot Monster is a 1953 sci-fi horror flick, currently with an IMDb score of 3.0 out of 10. Despite being one of the most lucrative movies for its time, earning in excess of $1 million on a budget of only $20,000, Robot Monster is also considered one of the worst films ever made. It appears on various lists ranking the worst movies of all time, topping many of them. It was also a recipient of the Golden Turkey. Released to negative critical response in 1953 and an initial weak box office performance, the title was quickly changed to Monster from Mars. Regardless of any of this, I really like Robot Monster. I love the horror comics used in the background during the opening credits. As a huge fan of horror comics and collector from the golden era, this was a big positive for me. I like the desolate outdoor locations and landscapes. The entire movie was filmed outside with no sets in a span of only 4 days. I especially like the bubbles in the cave. The battle sequences between the prehistoric reptiles and dinosaurs were cool to see. They're reminiscent of a kaiju movie. I love the look of the Robot Man, or Roman, as he's called. He's basically a gorilla wearing a space helmet, and it's funny watching him try to walk uphill. One of the main protagonists is young Johnny, and it's fun seeing child protagonists in horror and sci-fi films. It adds a light-hearted tone to what is already, admittedly, a silly yet entertaining movie. The storyline I find pretty interesting. It's about the last family on Earth in a post-apocalyptic world. The Roman wants to destroy all 5 members of the family, so that there is no one left alive. Meanwhile, there are a few other survivors that the Roman did not plan on. They may have come up with a way to save themselves. The apocalypse footage the Roman shows to the family is a positive. It's dark and mean-spirited, especially when he tells them their death will be indescribable. Suddenly, it doesn't seem so light, and it doesn't seem so silly. But then, the Roman sees the eldest daughter, Alice, and finds her attractive. So all bets are off. Yes, even a giant monkey in a space helmet is just a regular guy. By the way, apparently there are no bras in the post-apocalypse. Or at the very least, they're very thin, by the looks of it. And that, my friends, is another positive. Or 2. Alice does get married, and no, not to the Roman. But the monster attacks when the young couple is about to consummate their marriage. That's when things really get messed up. The Roman not only kills Alice's husband, but he also kills Alice's little sister. She is just a young girl, and it's at this point that Robot Monster becomes straight sci-fi horror. No one is safe, and the Roman even attempts to assault Alice by pulling down her shirt. We get the confirmation we needed that she was in fact wearing a bra the entire time. But it must have been ultra thin, like I said. Either that or it was very cold when this movie was shot, although it appears to be a warm climate. The movie has a good ending and a deeper meaning beneath the surface. There's a great little twist, too. One final positive is the runtime. Robot Monster runs just under an hour and 3 minutes. It almost feels like an extended episode of The Twilight Zone or The Outer Limits. Jason had watched Robot Monster earlier this year and told me I needed to find a copy. Fortunately, I did at a thrift store only a day or two later. Once I had it in my collection, he was adamant that we needed to cover it for Positive Spin. I'm glad we did, because this one surprised me. I had a blast with it. One of the worst movies ever made? No way. But you don't have to agree. This is just my Positive Spin. Please be sure to check out Jason's as well. Have you seen Robot Monster? If so, what do you think of it? Comment below and let me know. To which hated or low-rated movie will we next give a positive spin? Check back soon to find out. Until then, remember, physical media matters. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit that thumbs up and be kind. Subscribe.